Well, that's a wrap for the stock market this week. We're going to be looking at the indices, S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. What's going on right now? What could be coming down in the future? We'll also be looking at silver, gold, and the mining stocks as well. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, over the last 15 years, we've tested 64 different trading courses and we have put the most powerful systems and trading techniques that we've discovered in this brand new trading course. And for a limited time, I'm giving away free access. So go to johnsfreegift.com. That's johnsfreegift.com or click on the very first link in the description to get free access to this brand new trading course right now. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. You know the deal. Hit that like button, smash, click all the buttons. Let's click them all. Click. Alright. And by the way guys, people say that I'm high. Are you serious? You know, I'm on drugs, I'm high when you watch my videos. Guys, if you actually know anything about my story, you think I'm going to be doing drugs? Seriously? 10 years ago, I almost died because of cancer. I had cancer and the doctor gave me 6 months to live. So there's no way that I'm actually be doing any drugs at all. Are you serious? You think I'm going to take my life like that? Absolutely no way. I just love what I do when it comes to trading. I've been doing this for 16 years. And when you recognize patterns in the way these markets work and how trading actually works and what goes into a good trade, and especially when you do well from it, why wouldn't you be happy? You know, if you guys that are not happy around these markets, it's because you totally suck around these markets. If you're actually good at trading, it doesn't mean you make money on every single trade. No, there's a win-loss ratio in a strategy. The problem with you is, one, you probably don't even have a strategy, and two, you're probably not even following a strategy. So like, no wonder you're probably all over the place. So just want to put that to a bit of a rest there. People say, oh, John, you're so high, you're on drugs. Are you serious? Me, no way. Like I'm a gym junkie guy. You know, I'm into health and fitness and taking care of myself, and you know, so drugs and alcohol, drugs and getting high and all that sort of stuff, that is definitely not for me. I just love what I do, guys. And once again, once you know how to do really well from the stock market overall, again, not on every single trade. I don't make money on every single trade. I have my losing trades. I have my losing weeks. But guess what? When you know how to do well overall throughout the year, and you know every single year you're going to have a really good year, why wouldn't you be happy? Why wouldn't you be grateful for the gift that this is the market actually giving you? And if you're not doing well, you're obviously doing something wrong in the market. You're obviously doing something wrong when it comes to your trading. And I guarantee you it has a lot to do with your thinking. It has a lot to do with you thinking you need to make money in every single trade, or you need to be right. Newsflash, no, you don't need to be right. When I take a trade, I have a win-loss ratio. I don't know whether this one trade, I actually took a trade today as I'm doing this recording. I don't know whether next week this one trade is going to be a successful trade or not. I don't need to know. That is your problem. One, you're not even following a system. And two, you think you got to pick and choose, or is this going to be a successful trade? Is it not going to be a successful trade? And all this sort of stuff. Like, I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is I know if I take the exact same trade I took today for the next 10 times, probably 6-7 times out of 10, I'm going to make a nice profit. And guess what that equals? Happy camper this guy. Rinse, recycle, repeat. But you guys are looking at the news and the fundamentals and on the Fed and this and that and all this sort of bullshit that you guys follow. And no wonder you're probably not doing well, because you focus on all the wrong things when it comes to trading. Trust me, guys, I've been doing this for 16 years. I've been down the same rabbit hole most of you guys go down. Oh, it's the Fed this, it's the Fed that, it's the the B. No. If you want to trade the stock market and trade it well, here's what you do. Follow some sort of a pattern. I don't care what pattern it is. Pick a pattern. Follow it 100% of the time with good risk management. Means every single trade you take, have no more than 2% risk on your account on every single given one trade. Take them 100% of the time. And if you know inside your soul that trade will plan out for a nice profit, at least 6 times out of 10, you're good to go. And when you start to trade options, you can start to buy in the money options, which limits your risk, but also gives you a really good reward. Before you know it, even 6 times out of 10, guys, even a 60% win-loss ratio overall, you can crush it for the year. All right, guys. So anyway, just went on a bit of a tangent there, but I hope you can see every single one of you watching this video right now can do so well from trading. You really, really, really can. And as I said before, doing this for 16 years myself, guys, you can either look for the next technique or the next system or the next this and learn more and learn more and learn more. It's not about learning more. It's not about knowing everything. And that's probably the default, is because you think you know too much. You're looking at the long-term investing stuff, looking at long-term reports for gold and silver and all this sort of stuff. But you're just completely missing the nice little short-term opportunities for a day or two, or for 2 or 3 days. What's going to happen on a short-term basis, what's likely to happen, probability on a short-term basis with a pattern that's happened in the market all the time. And you can do well from that. So there you go, guys. That's the reason why I love what I do, because I do well from this. This week's been an amazing week for me. But the thing is that you just got to keep following some sort of a system in place. And you can do really well from this, guys, okay? Now, 90% of you morons that are watching this video right now, I'm not going to listen to anything I say. They're going to say, skip the first 5 minutes. That was total bullshit. But the 10% of you guys that are actually really going to take this seriously, you know what I'm talking about, and you're going to start to really get ahead of the markets. Because you only have 2 choices right now, guys. And I'm going to, let me coach you right now. You have 2 choices. One, you start doing what I'm telling you right now, and you actually start to get ahead in the market. Or 2, you don't. Simple as that. Because there's no guarantees on any single given one trade. So stop trying to make money on every single one trade, and stop trying to be right with the markets, and have some sort of a system. If you're not following some sort of system, that's where you're going wrong, and that's where you will continue to blow yourselves out. So 90% of you morons, I didn't give a shit, but the 10% of you guys that are actually going to really listen to what I just said there, if you want to do well from this thing called trading, and it's got nothing to do with the Fed or anything like that, well, what I'm talking about here is a short-term trading sort of pattern, right? Whatever system you want to follow. But a short-term trading system that gives you a probability of being in it for a couple of days and making a nice little profit. Not massive profits, but nice little profit. Maybe 30, 40, 50%, sometimes 80% return, especially when you're using the options. And rinse, recycle, repeat. You take 20 of those trades, like, oh, look at that. I had 60% success rate, and I was trading 5% of my account, or I was trading 5% of my account. Look at that. My account's up now 20% out of the last 20 trades of the last 2 months, or whatever, right? I'm using these as numbers here. That's how you get ahead in the markets. So you once again, guys, you only have, if you really want to get ahead in these markets, you actually want to become part of this trading world and then become part of the top % of traders who actually do well from these markets. You either listen to what I tell you and actually start to make progress in the markets, or 2, don't, and blow yourselves out of the markets. It's your choice. But if you're going to continue to run around with the headless chook and doing all this stuff based on all this stuff, and not focusing just on a simple method and a simple process, having good risk management, not trying to be right with the markets, which simply means you have a system, you have an entry today. Is it going to be a successful trade? I don't know. I don't care. Why? Because I know if I took this thing 20 times, it's the exact same setup. Now, I'm not saying this is a setup right now on the Dow Jones, but I'm just talking about like the way that I look at the markets. I just know that overall, I'm going to do really well from the markets. Make sense? So anyway, I guarantee I'm going to get a comment. Oh, video starts at 7 minutes or 8 minutes. Anyway, I do this, guys, because I really care. And for you guys, back to what I said before at the start of the video, for you guys to say, oh, John, you're definitely high. No, I'm not high. I'm just very, very grateful from a guy who grew up as a landscape gardener, who knew nothing about stocks, nothing about shares at all. The best thing I could do was dig holes for a living, because that's all I did. To be where I am right now and to go over the hurdles you guys are in right now, and on the other side of doing really well from trading, that's why I'm so happy about what I do, because I make a lot of money from what I'm doing here, and 2, I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity now to really see the light at the end of the tunnel of what it really takes to get ahead in the markets and actually do that and do well and so on and so forth. So that's the reason why I get excited about these markets, guys. Anyway, so with the Dow Jones, we're still getting a little bit of a pullback through here. You can see we've had a nice move up and there's still a little bit of a pullback. It's going to be really interesting, guys. If we start to see a bit of a nice move up, a bit of a breakaway, or a bit of a move to the upside, is there danger in the markets right now? And I would say probably not. I'd see this bit, right now we can see a bit of a pullback. But if we start to get a nice little, say, move up like that, someone like that, then that's probably going to be the start of a move to break up to all-time new highs on the Dow Jones. Moving over through to the S&P 500, something very, very similar as well too. If we start to get a nice little up bar like that, that's probably going to start to create a nice little higher low. And then we're probably going to start to see a nice move to the upside, especially if we can get this volume going as well too. So I'll be definitely watching that volume. If I look at the SPY, I'll be definitely watching this volume. If we can get a nice little up bar like that with a good volume spike, that's going to be really nice. Probably to see a move then probably up to new highs. And same for the Nasdaq as well too. Same sort of thing, guys. We've got a nice pullback, got the moving average nicely trending up. So we get a nice little up bar. Let's go to the QQQ. Once again, I'll be looking at the QQQ as well too for me, only because that's the QQQ and the SPY, they're the ones that I actually trade. So that's what I look at there. Moving over now through silver and gold, and silver and gold are actually really, really, really interesting. It's like we did sort of try to break out of gold right now, but now we're just still stuck in this overall long term. Look at this massive triangle pattern. We're still in it. Oh my goodness, guys! Like, next week's going to be a really big week, I believe, for the markets. Like, we cannot squeeze up anymore. And same for silver as well, too. Look at silver. Silver. Right, look at silver. Still in this level through here. I did think we actually had a little bit of a breakout, but we didn't. You can see where we are right now. It's last week I did a video saying that we probably had a little bit of a breakout, but we didn't. So we're still in this triangle pattern. Where's it going to break? Same for the GDXJ. We have, once again, nice little triangle pattern, and we're starting to head down. So guys, even though I'm long-term bullish on the GDXJ, we could be getting ready for a bit of a move to the downside. So get ready for that. And same for the GDX, same for the SILJ, and same for the SIL as well too, guys. So we can see that that's exactly what's going on right now in the markets. The stock market is actually looking quite bullish, where the miners and metals is like, oh, where are we going to break? Because the break is going to tell us what's likely to happen over the next few weeks. If we break down, we're probably likely to see a move to the downside of the miners. And guys, that is the thing about trading, and talking about what I was saying before at the start of the video about trading. Trading is all about just watching the markets and listening to the markets. And the more you can recognize and realize that, the better trader you'll be, because you have to be flowing with the market. You cannot say, well, I'm bullish long-term on the GDXJ, so it's definitely not going to go down today. Oh, what a load of bollocks, right? Of course it can go down for the next few weeks. Just because you're bullish for the next 2 years, you think the market's going to go through a big bull market for the next 2 years, doesn't mean we're not going to go for a pullback for a month, or even a bit of a drop for a few weeks. Like, that's how bull and bear markets work as well too. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Subscribe, like button, bell button, and go grab that free trading course. Just go get the help you guys need as well too. And please, guys, remember what I said at the start of the video. You have two choices right now. If you actually want to do well from this thing called trading, then take what I'm telling you right now, because I've had 16 years of being beaten up big time from these markets. Now, not 16 years, probably about 5 or 6 years, and then I started to get ahead, started to actually move forward. So it's been about 10 years of still really doing well from the markets. The first 5-6 years, it was horrible, just absolutely horrible. So, and every now and then I go through a bit of a slump as well too. Every 2 or 3 years I go through a bit of a slump. I start to go off the rails, and then I get back on and start to continue to do really well. And then I share this stuff with you guys. So every single one of you can be amazing traders. Just get your head out of your butt. Stop trying to be right. Throw your ego out the window. Men, throw your ego out the window. Have a set of rules. Have a pattern. Have an entry bar that you get in on that pattern. And then have some exit rules. When it gets to here, I'm getting out for a loss no matter what. And when this happens, I'm getting out for a profit. And then just and then don't risk a lot on your trading account. You don't want to be blowing up your trading account, making a lot of money, because that's not the way to go. And then just rinse, recycle, repeat. Take small risk on your account. And before you know it, you can start to grow your account, and and that's how you can truly start to move forward and have that what I call sleep at night factor, where you're in the markets and it doesn't matter what happens with this one trade. If this one trade, you're at 2% of your account on one trade, and the whole world goes belly up. Guess what? You still got 98% or 97% of your account still there, sitting there ready to go. That's the way. All right. Rule number 1: protect your account. Rule number 2: just follow rule number 1.